Day number 2 of the Ruel Fusion is underway. We have a Dragons tournament to work on. We have a Dungeon Divers event to work on as well. I've heard players say that stage 25 is a trap, don't do it. But is it really a trap, or is it simply just a different return on your energy spent? So I've gathered some information for you guys. I've made a nice little table. We're going to break that down in today's video. Alright, so before we get to the plan, a quick reminder that I will be streaming tonight. We will be having a gem giveaway, so make sure you show up to convert your loyalty coins into tickets if you want to have a chance at winning those gems. We should have accounts as well in the near future to give away. Again, this is all on Twitch. Now, as for the guide, not much has changed. Again, we're on day number 2. We're still only working on this dragon tournament, so not much else to do. I did, however, make a few modifications. For example, I switched the 2 artifact enhancement event. As somebody pointed out, that usually the larger one is the hardest one, right? The one requiring more silver. But then again, we never know with Plarium, so be careful with that a little bit. And then I believe also same thing here for the Dungeon Divers event. No, this one was already correct. We have the shorter one first and then the longer one second. So again, nothing has really changed. I'm still expecting to skip the last milestone or milestones of the Summon Rush, which is going to be next week, and the last milestone of the Champion Training event. Again, this is all assuming that this is how it is going to be broken down. A 5-5-5 and a 5 or 10 or 5-5 and then a 15. It might be different, right? So again, this will change over time. Just be a little bit careful. And so the rest here has not really changed. We're expecting to get most likely 5 fragments today. I did get some energy, for example, out of the missions yesterday that I used a little bit, and then I had some saved up from the previous events or tournaments that went in here, and I grabbed that. But that was not to work on the dragon tournament. It was to progress the missions. I had to do the Fire Knight. I had to do like 10 runs in there, so ended up doing that. Anyway, all to say that I'm still going on the free-to-play energy, no gems spent. That's the whole purpose here, to try and prove yet again that we can do this free-to-play. But now on to this table of information, which is going to be based on the values you see in here, but also my own personal values. So this chart was provided by another player. Huge shout out. This is probably based on a whole lot of runs, I would assume. So if you do 1,000 runs, chances are you'll be close to these numbers. If you do 100 runs or 10 runs, chances are it'll be much different. All right, so what we're trying to break down is not just your return on the tournament points, but also the Dungeon Diver points. We also want to see the quality of gear. We want to see the success rate. We want to see the runtime. We want to have a complete picture to help you determine which stage you should be doing right now. So number one thing, players said stage 24 is better than stage 25 because you go from like 18 energy to 20 energy. You get a better return on your Dungeon Divers point. And down here, that is sort of what we get. It's saying 0.7 Dungeon Divers point per energy spent versus 0.64. Okay, a little bit better. Then for the tournament point, sorry, 1 instead of 0.91. So I ran the same thing here on my own account between yesterday and today, but I only have about 20 runs in of each. Stage 25 for the tournament points, a little bit higher for me, 0.92. Dungeon Divers points, I'm assuming it's also close to 0.64. I didn't fully break this one down, but we're gonna say should be similar. Dungeon Divers points, same thing for stage 24, but look at my tournament points for stage 24, 0.86. All right, so my 10 runs were, I guess, unlucky. All to say that assuming those numbers are good, we're going to confirm that apparently for those two things, stage 24 is better. But then what about the drop rate of the gear? For example, if you want higher chance of getting 5-star legendary gear, of course stage 25 is going to be better. That is the whole purpose of having to do that stage. Same thing for the 6-star legendary pieces. The percentages are slightly higher. So if you're end game and you don't really care about silver anymore and you have a 100% success rate and you're not too worried about your tournament points or your Dungeon Divers points, then stage 25 is still better for you, right? It is not that it's only about these two criterions, right? It's literally about the whole package of what you get from doing this. Then I added to this the success rate because my teams right now are not working at 100% for stage 24 and stage 25. It is working 100% for stage 20. So if you don't want to waste any energy because you're on a budget, then don't try to do stage 24 or 25 until you're confident you can hit that, we'll say 99% success rate. Then what about runtime, right? It's actually much longer between stage 20 and stage 24 or stage 25. I'm giving an average here runtime. Of course, sometimes it's a little bit faster, but sometimes it's also a little bit longer. So again, if you're a little bit short on time and you're trying to do this for a fusion, chances are stage 24 or 25 is still not the one for you to farm. All right, then we could add silver to this. I did not break it down. I would assume you're gonna make more silver on stage 25. So again, if that is what you're trying to do, perhaps better. Actually, maybe stage 24 is better. We have yet to see. So what I said down here is this is going to be situational. For example, if you're doing a fusion, I still believe that for most of us, free to play, low spender, whatever, that stage 20 will be better. If you want the best value, I think that stage 24, yes, will be better. If you want the best possible gear, stage 25 is going to be better for you. I also kind of did not do the test here or the analysis with stage 16, but according to this chart right here, and I took those exact numbers, stage 16 is technically better than stage 17 because again, here you had 14 energy, here you would be at 16 energy, all right? But your drop rates suck in terms of good gear. Your success rate might be really high, your runtime might be really high, your silver is probably going to be really low, but if you're just starting out, perhaps this is better for you still for fusions. All right, so you're getting less points here overall than stage 20, but because of the other factors, again, this might be better. So what I'm trying to tell you guys here is that choose the right stage depending on which activity you're trying to do in the game right now. During a fusion, I am probably going to stick to stage 20 until I properly tune these stages right here. When you're in between fusions, chances are you just want the best possible gear for your end game. I'm going to do probably 25 over 24. It might sound crazy, but that little extra percentage might be a little bit better. All right, so that was the analysis for today. I would love to know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.